Hello, everyone. Welcome to Bow and Arrow Tarot and this week's Toxic Love Connection reading for the fire sign of Leo and someone in their life. So let's get right into it, Leo. You come in with King of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the Queen of Cups. For your person, Wheel of Fortune, Three of Pentacles, 13, Death, and the King of Pentacles. Wow. Okay, so bottom at the deck, Page of Pentacles, right? A tentative new start, right? I'm gonna come back to that Pentacles, Page of Pentacles energy. Feels like taking baby steps towards something, right? So let's get right into how you and your person in this toxic love connection come into the week. You're coming in with King of Wands, Leo, and they're coming in with Wheel of Fortune. So you are coming in this week quite strong. Um, I want to say that you're really embodying your sort of superior energy, right? There's a feeling this week of you being on top, right? In charge, on top, in charge of what you're trying to accomplish, what you're doing. You're really not giving anybody any sort of leverage or sort of any space, right? It's all about what you want this week. Wheel of Fortune is coming in for your person. So this week for them, there's some fortuitous events that are coming in. There's some activities that are happening in their life that are going to be opening up certain doors for them. Let's move some of this stuff up, get some room. Now we're going to begin to get some clarifiers because first of all, the toxicity I see it over here, right? There's a big change in this connection and it's you drawing away heavily. But let's already go and get some clarity on this Wheel of Fortune energy. What is your person coming in with this week? Or at least what does it have to do with show me? So yeah, it's coming in this week for them in terms of money, right? So your person is dealing with some issues to do with their career or their money, but there's also this week events that happen that really confuse them. And I think those events have a lot to do with you. You're pulling your energy away from this person, Leo. And I want to say quite abruptly. Give me some clarity on that, King. Yeah, somebody else has come in for you. So, Leo, somebody else has come in for you, and you have decided, I believe, to just wholeheartedly move perhaps towards them. In any case, it's not even so much that you're moving towards them, it's more that them coming into you has made you want to move away from this person. I think you needed a final nail in your coffin when it comes to this person. Let's get some more. When you see them, you see a Queen of Pentacles. So this is somebody that really only cares about their shit, right? You feel like, you know, you feel like the only thing that they really put their blood, sweat, and tears into their heart is their own like little their own stuff or whatever they're about. If they're an artist, it's their work, or whatever they're about. That's where they're really their primary focus is at. And the clarity has come in for that. I believe that, but looking ahead, you pull a hermit energy on them. So, I think you're starting, something has happened in this connection where you realize that, because the sun is bringing clarity for you, where you realize that you're never going to be as important to them as their stuff. Six of Pentacles. When they come in, when they see you, they see a Three of Pentacles, but they also have a Six of Pentacles energy coming in for them. So right now they're really, really busy. I'm going to say they're extremely busy with work, or people are wanting a lot of their time, a lot of their, again, if they're an artist, I feel like some of you Leos are dealing with an artist. If they're an artist, they are right now giving a lot of their time and their art. And they also see you and they see that you're quite busy, and, they're all right with that. You know what I'm saying? I think they're not really that much concerned, right? There's a feeling here, Leo, that when they see you, they see you making a lot of moves towards increasing your own sort of financial stability, etc., increasing your own work. I'm not sure that that's threatening to them per se. Let's see here. Yeah, 7 of Cups. So interestingly enough, there is a feeling here that they want something with you, but it's extremely unrealistic. It's something, and you're walking away from them. So listen, you're dealing with somebody, right, who on a very fundamental level is not making you a priority, but they don't even realize that they're not making you a priority. They don't even realize that you not being a priority to them is what is pulling you away from them. They know you're busy. They see that you're busy. They see that you're also doing things for yourself as well. And I guess they feel kind of like, oh, okay, well, that's fine. I'm just going to let Leo do their thing and everything is honky dory. But at the end of the day, it really isn't, because there's a selfishness here with this person, or at least you feel there is, right, Leo? You feel there's something going on here, well, that there's not something, or as it were, going on here, in as much as they're just not giving you the attention that you need, right? Their attention right now is just all over what they're doing, you know. And somebody coming in for you recently has kind of really opened your eyes to that. It's opened your eyes to the fact that this person is not giving you the attention you require or deserve. And you're kind of like not there for it. They're really in the dark. I mean, I think they really don't know what they've done wrong, or they don't know. They're like, what? What's going on with my Leo? Why is my Leo suddenly acting different? I thought everything was honky dory. They have this vision of this relationship with you that is like this pie in the sky. And at the same time, they're really unsure about why you're acting the way you're acting. And they realize that something has fundamentally changed in this relationship, and it has. Leo, I think you've made like a huge decision here to just step off. This is a breakup, but it's a breakup with somebody, and they're like really unsure why. You know what I mean? They're really kind of that, I want to say, unaware. They're really that unaware. You immediately pull back. The way you see yourself in this relationship, you have Hermit energy and 8 of Cups. Look at this energy here. You'll see what I mean. You're like, oh my God, I don't want to be with you. I want to be alone. In fact, I don't want to have anything to do with you. I'm walking away. I'm just done. Right? And the toxicity here is that this person just doesn't know it, and really never has known it. They believe that, you're fine. And it kind of speaks to how little they consider your feelings. And so again, there's a death here. They see it. They see the death happening in this relationship, right? 13 is the major arcana death card. They see it happening in this relationship, but again, I think it's really kind of like out of nowhere for them. You may have told them this. You may have warned them and said, look, I need more, I need more, I need more. And they may not have listened to you. There feels like there wasn't very good communication here. Knight of Swords for them, and for you, Queen of Wands. Yeah, you've come out of this really battered and bruised. You're going to be coming out of this a little bit battered and bruised, Queen of Wands. I mean, that card is even missing its corner to speak to how battered and bruised Queen of Wands can be. But she's very resilient, very strong. She comes through any situation stronger and wiser. But she's been through a lot of stuff. And you come out of this much the same way, wiser, stronger. Queen of Cups energy is there. I think you come out of this realizing that your feelings and your heart are really worth something, and you need to be with someone who considers them. And I don't think that this person has considered them at all. Once they realize what's going on, they're going to suddenly be like, oh my gosh, they might come after you. And as much as they might try to get you back, I think that this person is really asleep at the wheel in terms of realizing how bad it is with you, Leo. And once they find out, they are coming in very swiftly with that Knight of Swords. Very swiftly. They're going to find a way to communicate with you, text, phone calling, whatever, get in contact with you. They want to absolutely reestablish a real connection with you again. Right? King of Pentacles energy. They want to establish something in the real with you again. They don't want it to be like, you know, um, They don't want it to disappear. They don't want it to go away. They want it to be something tangible. And I think that the realization comes in very, very late. It comes in when you're gone, honestly, right? It comes in when you're gone. They're feeling pretty good right now because they have Wheel of Fortune. They got a lot of money things going on right now. They're doing very well financially and all of that. So they're feeling really, really good. But in the meantime, it's almost as if they've completely neglected you and your needs. And I think that this has been the running theme for this relationship. This relationship has been quite toxic because you're dealing with somebody who generally does not consider your feelings until you're either mad or pissed off, or you walk away, or you ghost them, or you give them some alone time. This time it's for good because you're tired of coming back to them. You're tired of coming back to sort of the dismissive treatment. You know, they're not very loving towards you. They want you, but they're not very loving towards you. They are quite selfish. This person, again, very much into their own thing. The only thing that really matters to them is what they're doing in their lives. And you're kind of an adjunct. Um, and that's how they treat you. Of course, until you finally step off and move away, is completely step off, Leo. Then all of a sudden there's some activity here. You know, all of a sudden they're like, oh my gosh, I guess I better make more effort. Am I really going to lose my Leo for good? Oh shit, what have I done? Yeah, that's the attitude. Page of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck because it's the little things. It's the little efforts that people make that make all the difference. And you know, this is an energy. This is sort of a reminder here that even if you can't even make the basic effort to sort of make somebody feel as though they're wanted and desired and appreciated, then you know, how do you expect to succeed in a connection? So again, this has been a little bit of a running theme with some of my readings. My collective, you know, stepping off and away from relationships that don't suit you, that don't give you anything back, where you continue to pour into it and you realize that you're the last one that's ever considered. Your feelings aren't considered. You know, you're just not treated the way you should be treated, and you leave. And sure enough, as soon as you leave in each of these readings, the other person suddenly has this kind of wake up call, you know, this come to Jesus moment where they realize, oh shit, I think I messed up. The beast. All right, take it as it comes. The beast. So many different things coming out, right? So many different emotions. And blasé. I think this is an attitude of how your person has treated you. They've been very blasé about things. 46. The beast is number 37. This is 46 for all you people who love the numbers. Yeah, they've been very blasé, but that blaséness has been very kind of painful and hurtful to you. And well, they're going to realize because oftentimes you have to step off from somebody, unfortunately, completely and oftentimes permanently for them to learn that lesson. There's always one. And sometimes you have to be that one for them. You have to be that one that got away, which means, yeah, your relationship, there's no future in it necessarily. I don't mean that for sure here, but I'm just saying as an example. Oftentimes, you have to make that permanent, you know, split. And hopefully the person will learn their lesson for the next one that they're with. That hang on, I lost somebody I really cared about. Let me not do this again. The next person who comes, I'm not going to make that same mistake. But here, yeah, you split, you leave, you step off. I think some of you will be stepping off so quickly and so immediately that it's quite jarring. It's literally, quite literally, a death of this relationship. Some of you will change your number, ghost, and step right off. Shocking. Oh, yep. Cold. And a warning. I think you gave a lot of warnings, this shocking. Yes, it's shocking. Love this card. Look at that, right? I think your person is going to be feeling like this ultimately because I think this is the time, this is the one time where you really, really say, enough is enough. I've had enough. I've had enough of being the last thing that you consider, the last thing you think about or care about. Cold. It's going to come off cold. You're going to have to be cold. When somebody treats your religion, when somebody's blasé about your relationship in such a mean, kind of disturbing way, yeah, you're gonna have to be cold. Warning, I told you. Warning, I told you over and over again, if this carried on, I would leave. Bam. That's that feeling. All right, Leo. This is your toxic love reading for the week. It's time for you to step off of a relationship with somebody who's really just not considered your feelings at all. They really don't, everything is about them. And they've really been blasé, and yet at the same time, as soon as you step off, they come careening into you with that Knight of Swords energy, desperate to get your attention, desperate to talk to you, desperate to reestablish some kind of real connection. And I'm not sure that you are going to be there for it. It may be too late for them. All right, Leo, this is your reading. Thank you so much. I do hope you got something out of it. If you did, please sound off in the comments. Let the collective know about it. Hit the like button, subscribe. Any of those things really help my channel. I do really appreciate it when you take the time to do that. But for right now, guys, I'm going to wish you love, life, and happiness, you and your cross watchers. And I hope to see you guys next week in your love or your toxic love reading. Bye bye now.